like being paid $10 per hour was normal, and the working condition was not good as well. I was bullied sometimes at work. The first thing I did was doing a research on what's the national minimum wage here and finding out that it's actually not proper to be paid that low. And then I decided to take some actions on this. So first, I collected my experience and written them down, gave them as evidence to the select committee of wage theft through the current workplace I'm in, so Working Women's Center. I also found their website, and they got a lot of useful fact sheets about workers' rights and what actions you can take. So I learned a lot from that as well.
So I was lucky enough to find the work, and I was really blessed that I had work in like 1 week of arriving here in Adelaide. But the thing was, like, it was housekeeping work. We didn't know much about that industry and all. It would seem like they were paying us minimum wage, but for example, they would ask us to clean 4 rooms, and that would equal 1 hour of work, which never happened. I would start work at like 9 a.m. and then finish at like 4 p.m. and then be paid like 4 hours of wages. In our workplaces, most of the workers were international students or migrant workers. So everyone was aware that this was wrong, but everyone had conformed to that normality. It is always difficult or challenging to speak about some form of injustice when the source of the struggle is coming from within your community. It is never going to hamper your community. It is further going to strengthen your community, and then the culture that gets established by you speaking out is going to benefit lots of other people. And I'm pretty sure that our multicultural community understands and stands with you, because we don't want to be the source of exploitation for our young people who come to this new country.
I started working in a pizza shop, paying me less than half of the minimum wages as set by the Australian government. And when I spoke to my manager about this, he mentally harassed me and rudely replied that he will not pay me a single penny what I have done so far, and if I will spoke to anyone, then nobody will listen to me about this thing, because I'm an international student visa. They are citizen, they are permanent residency, so they can do whatever they want.
One main reason students are afraid to speak up on their work issues is that sometimes the employers threat them about their visa condition. So employer would say something like, "Oh, because you're working longer hours than you're supposed to, if you assume me some way, your visa will get cancelled." But actually, that's not true. Fair Work Ombudsman is there to help you go through that difficult situations, so you don't need to really afraid of like visa being cancelled.
I have decided to contact the Fair Work Ombudsman, and my foremost advice to the students, please download the Record My Hours app. It's very helpful. Whenever you are going to the shift, it will track each and everything of your GPS locations, your hours, how much you are working there. It's free of charge, you don't have to pay anything. They guide you each and everything. Taking help from other students, taking the help from the organizations, from the university, from Study Adelaide. So there are so many things you can talk about these things, and they will help you.
Combating wage theft is a big part of my job. I'm here to encourage students, international students and migrant workers to stand up for their rights and take legal actions against dodgy bosses. So before you are starting a job or you're finding something wrong in your workplace, go on the internet and find some useful resources in the community. For example, like Fair Work Ombudsman, Working Women's Center, and also sometimes like legal helping desk in your university as well. And I think it's very important to join your union. That will be the best way to get help.
Starting life in any new country is full of struggles and challenges, but accepting exploitation or wage theft should not be a part of that struggle. If you get exploited in a workplace, there are a lot of agencies out there where you can go and seek suggestions and free legal services out there. You don't need to pay a dime to get a suggestion from the community legal centers like Working Women's Center. You can go to Union Movement, or you can come to people like us who are always out there. You should not accept West Exploitation, because there are agencies that will fight for you.